Congratulations for finally graduating. Before I begin, I would like to thank the administration for giving me the opportunity to address all of you. Thank you to our principal, Mr. Arthur, for anchoring the school during this tumultuous time. Thank you, staff and teachers. Thank you to Ms. May for organizing our countless exams. Thank you to all the staff members who helped invigilate the exams when the heightened measures were announced. Special thank you to Chris, who has worked incredibly hard since the pandemic hit to sort out all the online sessions and rearrange our timetables on such short notice. He was always ready to help out when any issues arose, which was inevitable given the ever-changing situation. If I could describe the past year in one word, it would be the word uncertainty. My A-level experience started off with a change of plans when I was asked to come to school 3 weeks earlier than initially expected, as the June exams and holidays were cancelled due to COVID. October rolled around, then January, and I managed to settle into a rhythm. After finishing the January exams, I had planned to take a break and then prepare for exams in June. But all of a sudden, it was announced that the June exams were cancelled. I know everyone reacted differently to the news, and for some, it may have even been good news. But for me, I was honestly devastated. I felt like control had been ripped out of my hands and hurled as far away from me as possible. Eventually, I came to terms with the fact that there wouldn't be exams in June, and our grades would be predicted. We also had other radical surprises, such as unseen papers or 3 mock papers per subject, surprises that threw me into disarray. These changes were so overwhelming that I almost gave up on the June exams and planned to take them in October. There were too many exams, and I felt so helpless and frozen, looking at the stack of studying ahead of me. It was Mr. Rakita who convinced me to continue, so I want to genuinely thank him for that, and for helping me arrange the exams I missed, and believing in me when I didn't believe in myself. But ultimately, talking about how I struggled to come to terms with the fact that exams were predicted, or how I struggled in the face of uncertainty, feels a bit disingenuous. Who am I to complain about having struggled due to COVID when there are so many out there who have it much worse than me? Who am I to say that I have had a hard time? Many teachers have not been able to return to their home countries to see their loved ones since this pandemic started, and that is already hard in itself. Despite feelings of worry, homesickness, or fear, they continued showing up for us. On top of that, they had to cope with the ever-changing exam situation as well. So to teachers, thank you for all that you do. I would very much like to tell everyone how to deal with uncertainty, how to deal with your emotions when you're thrown into a situation you never expected or wanted to be in. But honestly, I'm still learning. All I know is to take everything one step at a time. When your plans are crushed and things are thrown into disarray, take things one problem at a time, one sentence at a time, one word at a time. It is better to accept the situation rather than to fight against it. And don't let your unhappiness or anger or sadness about the situation overwhelm you. Even if it does, it's okay. Just pick yourself up and start again. Try again, one step at a time. Everyone joined the school at different stages in their lives, and we have all walked vastly different paths to get here. If you believe in fate, you would say that the paths of our lives have been set out in such a way that they would converge at this exact point. However, from now on, our paths will begin to diverge again. No one knows what the future holds, and honestly, I'm still anxious about it. I don't know what I want to do or where I want to go. So if anyone is feeling the same way, know that you are not alone. But ultimately, we have to learn to live with that uncertain feeling and continue moving forward, one step at a time, and watch as our path slowly forms in front of us, bit by bit. I want to end this off with a quote from Giltner Radner. I wanted a perfect ending. Now I've learned the hard way that some poems don't rhyme and some stories don't have a clear beginning, middle, and end. Life is about not knowing, having to change, taking the moment and making the best of it without knowing what's going to happen next. Thank you to everyone for being part of my A-level experience, and happy graduation.